Singers, they bring joy wherever they sing, not just on stage. And this is really for you if you've ever felt like singing only counts when you're on stage or when you're singing at a karaoke party with friends or singing the solo in your choir or singing at an open mic session. In say, if you've ever felt like singing only counts when you're performing in public, and maybe you've been waiting for that next performance to justify your vocal practice, but deep down, you might be longing to bring more music, more joy, more connection, more singing and music into your everyday life. So this is especially for you if you feel that singing is your therapy, your emotional outlet, but is often silenced. So let's dive into it. Hi, my name is Maggie. I'm the founder of the Singing Insiders, in which I help passionate singers just like yourself up-level their singing and performing skills. And in these episodes, you're going to get practical insights, tips, exercises, everything that you need to move forward within your singing journey. So let's talk about this idea of singing only when there's something that is at stake. Maybe it's a choir performance, maybe it's an actual performance with a band, maybe it's an audition. Oftentimes, especially in our culture, I would say, singing is something that we see as reserved for special occasions. Like I said, a concert, an audition, a karaoke night. And most people, they think that it only matters, the singing, when there's an actual audience, when you're actually receiving any kind of applause. And because of that, most singers will not sing outside of those contexts. Most singers or most people, they see singing as a performance skill and not a way of life. And I know these are big words, but that's really how we're doing things around here. I mean, imagine a world where it's normal to hear people singing while walking to work or biking to work or walking down the street, or where moms sing while making breakfast, or friends harmonize when they're walking in the park, and singing at work is welcomed. I mean, I remember at the very, very, very start of when I was starting to teach singing to others, I actually reached out to several businesses to start a workplace choir. Because I thought, well, who wouldn't want to sing during business hours? Turns out, here in Belgium, that was not a hit. People, they're so tied up in their world that singing doesn't take a priority at all. And that's a shame. Because this revolution, if we want to make a revolution around this, it starts with us. And it's already happening. If you're looking at cultures all around the world, from like West Africa to Eastern Europe or South America, singing is incorporated into their everyday rituals in those cultures. It's part of healing for some cultures, it's part of celebration, it's part of mourning, it's part of gathering. And even in our Singing Insiders community, members are starting to sing more and share more of their singing at home or in their cars or in the classroom. And it's really lightening up their lives and the life of the people around them. They're not waiting for permission, or they're not waiting for a stage. They're not waiting for an audition. They're choosing to sing and to feel that joy right here, right now. So that's what I'm inviting you to do as well. To stop waiting for the stage and start singing where you are, right here, right now. Let your voice be part of that everyday life, because the consequence of waiting is that your voice will stay hidden, and you might notice yourself going into perfection. Because if we only work towards a performance in order to sing, then we always strive to show or let the best version of ourselves be heard. And we're always looking for that applause, for that validation, that idea that we're good enough to sing this song. when really this is about how can we just incorporate singing and music, if that's what you're so passionate about, in our daily lives, with your partner, with your kids, with your community. So that's my question to you today to reflect on. Where can you personally in your own life add more singing and thus more joy into your life? And I'm not asking this question as a rhetorical question. I'm actually inviting you to think about that. Like, do you want to sing when your kids are getting ready to sleep? I mean, I got a 1-year-old at home now, and we have this little ritual going on that when she goes to bed or goes down for a nap, I always sing her four lines of a song. It's a song that I've written, so it's like a little lullaby, right? So maybe that's your way of bringing or adding more singing into your life. Maybe you're carpooling with a friend to work and you want to add more singing during that carpool ride. What is it for you? Where, if anything were possible, if no one was looking strangely at you when you would start to sing, because I know fear of judgment comes along with it. But imagine that we live in this world where everyone respects each other and everyone can do what they want to do. Where would you want to add more joy and thus more singing within your own life? And then my next invitation to you would be, well, what's preventing you from actually implementing that right here, right now? That's the next step. But first you need to identify how can we get inspired by those other cultures and involve that even more? And then the second step is to actually do it. It's our job to change this. Like, this is our mission to stop keeping singing behind closed doors, or to stop seeing singing as this thing that has to be perfect. Let's bring it back into our daily lives. We are the ones who will make singing normal again, not just for performance, but for connection, for joy, for healing, for authenticity, for expression. We stand for a world where singers can be free and not fearful. That's what we're doing right here, right now. So what do you choose? Do you want to keep waiting for the perfect performance to share your voice? Or do you want to be the kind of singer who brings light into every room just by opening up your mouth? That's the choice that you get to make. Now, how you do that, that's the next step. Because if you're ready to live into that truth, then my biggest suggestion is to start working on your voice and developing your voice and up-leveling your singing skills. Now, in the Singing Insiders, we do that through our vocal freedom methodology. And this methodology, yes, focuses on vocal technique, because obviously, if you want to sing, you need to know how to use your voice. We also look at that inner peace so that you can cultivate confidence and trust in yourself and in your voice, and authentic expression, which is what we talked about today. So I want to open up that conversation for you if you're ready to step into that idea of more singing. And this next episode that I linked in the description here down below will open up that exact conversation. What the 3 elements of the vocal freedom method are, so that you can really up-level your singing skills and tap into that, what I like to call vocal freedom. That's where you can sing anything that you want, the high notes, the low notes, all the notes in between, how you want them, making them sound like you, and do that with confidence. So I look forward to see you into that next episode. Click the link in the description here down below, and I'll see you here again next week. Thanks for being here. Bye.